Today I'll show you how to knit this knitting swatch using a technique or style of knitting I've both heard called mosaic knitting or slip stitch colorwork. Either way, the cool thing about this type of knitting is that you only have to hold one color of yarn per row, making it super beginner friendly even though it actually looks very detailed. We'll go step by step and I'll walk you through every row. Here I'm using Viking Garn Alpaca Bris, a soft and airy yarn on 5.5mm needles. Yes, the label says to use 6 to 7mm, but I just grabbed what I had on hand, and honestly, that's perfectly fine. So let's get started. First, we'll cast on 16 stitches with the yarn you want to use for creating the grid on top of the pattern. I'm using the long tail cast on, but you can use whatever you prefer. The important thing is that your edge isn't too tight. If you're using this pattern for more than just the swatch, know that this pattern is worked over a multiple of 3 plus 2 stitches plus 2 edge stitches. So 16 stitches fits perfectly for this sample. We'll be alternating two colors, red and white. And as I said before, we're only using one color per row. That's what makes mosaic knitting a little easier than other colorwork knitting. Alright, let's knit our very first row using the red yarn. This is just a setup row and it's actually the wrong side of our work. Slip the first stitch, knit across to the last stitch, knit the last stitch. This row won't be repeated, it's just to give us a stable foundation for the pattern. Now let's start the pattern. For row number 2, which is actually the right side now, I will now attach the white yarn. So again, slip the first stitch and then knit 2. Then slip 1 with the yarn in the back. Then again knit 2. And slip 1 with the yarn in the back. Knit 2. And slip 1 with the yarn in the back. Repeat this pattern all the way to the end and knit the last stitch as this is your edge stitch. These slip stitches are going to stay red later and form the vertical bars. Now for row 3, still with the white yarn, and now we're on the wrong side. Once again, you slip the first stitch, then again you knit 2 and slip 1, but now with the yarn in the front. So knit 2, slip 1, but with the yarn in the front of the work. Knit 2, slip 1 with the yarn in the front. And once again, repeat this pattern all the way across until you reach the last stitch. And knit this last stitch. And remember, slip these stitches purlwise and don't twist them. Now we're on row 4, still with the white yarn. This is actually a repeat of row 2. We're now building the vertical lines. So you slip 1, then you knit 2, and slip 1 with the yarn in the back. So knit 2 and slip 1 with the yarn in the back. Knit 2 slip one with the yarn in the back. Do this all the way to the end and knit the last stitch. One last wide row for this section. We're now on row 5, which is the same as row 3, so that's slip 1, knit 2, slip 1 with yarn in front, knit 2, slip 1 with the yarn in the front, knit 2, slip 1 with the yarn in the front. Repeat this pattern to the end until you reach the last stitch, which is a knit stitch. You should now see little columns forming with slip stitches in between. Now we switch to red yarn again. This is where the magic really starts. On this row 6, you slip 1, knit all the way across, and knit the last stitch as well. And that's really it, a relaxing all knit row. And a tip when switching colors, don't cut your yarn each time, just carry it up the side loosely, especially for small swatches like this. Now we're on row 7, still in the red, and on the wrong side. You slip 1, knit all the way across again, and knit the last stitch as well. These two plain knit rows in red are what create the horizontal lines in the pattern. That's the full 6-row mosaic repeat, starting from row 2 in white to row 7 in red. We'll keep repeating those 6 rows, 2 to 7, until we have about 22 rows in total. You've already got your first 7 rows done, so just repeat that block 2 to 3 more times, or however many works for your project, obviously. Let's talk a bit about mosaic knitting while we continue. Mosaic knitting was popularized by Barbara Walker in the 1970s. She was a knitting legend who simplified colorwork for everyone. It's great for geometric patterns, grids, arrows, diamonds, etc. And you can even make complex colorwork look very easy with just slip stitches. Now we're just finishing the last few rows, and I'm on row 21 and 22 right now, just finishing the last wide rows. And let's bind off loosely. You can use a stretchy bind off or just regular, whatever you want. And that's the finished mosaic swatch. You'll notice how the slip stitches form a little grid of windows. If you want it to lie flat, you can lightly steam block it, especially with alpaca yarn like this. Don't press too hard, just hover your steam iron above. But since I'm going to block a lot of swatches, I'll probably just wet block all of them at once. Anyway, thank you so much for knitting along with me. And if you enjoyed this video, I'll be so happy if you'd give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more textile videos. See you next time, and happy knitting!